What's up, everybody? Hope you're having an awesome day today. I want to talk to you about disappointment because if you're alive and you're aware, then you experience disappointment, just like I experienced disappointment. But what should we do with it? Well, I think you have three options, three distinct options. And the first one is to dwell, to say, this stinks, and just sort of just sit in it. Right? This is sort of like driving by a skunk on the road and you smell it and you kind of just stop and you go, let's just take that in. Let's just take that aroma full on, right? And then you can get into self-pity, right? You can just sit there with your disappointment. Just sit in it. And it's just the world is out to get you and the universe and Mother Nature are just out there. They're out there to kick your butt. So the first thing you can do with disappointment is just dwell on it. Just sit there, feel bad for yourself. The second one is perhaps the most dangerous, which is to default to disappointment, to expect things to go wrong. These are pessimistic people. When something bad happens, they go, saw it coming, knew it was going to happen. Traffic happens during rush hour, and they're like, totally saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen, right? Anything bad happens, an extra bill, whatever it might be, negative, pessimistic people will default. So first you can dwell on disappointment. That's where you can sit there and it's horrible, it's horrible, it's horrible. You stay there, right? And the second is that you default to it. It actually becomes just what you expect. You don't expect things to go well. But the third way of dealing with disappointment is to drive by. So first, you don't dwell on it. You don't stop the car, get out, and talk about it. You don't default to it. We don't expect it to happen, right, every time. It can happen. But we drive by, and you should drive by and treat disappointment like your neighbor. Why? Because you're not surprised when you see your neighbor. You're not like, what's Scott doing there in his yard? Well, Scott lives there. Guess what? Disappointment, you will see disappointment on the path to opportunity. You will see disappointment on the path of taking action. You will see disappointment. Do not be surprised when you experience disappointment if you're doing things that matter. It will happen. So we drive by disappointment. We acknowledge it. We say, what's up, disappointment? Nice to see you again. I knew I'd see you again. Why? Because you're taking risks. You're doing stuff that matters, right? So you drive by, you acknowledge it, you don't stop, and you keep going. You pay attention. You learn from it. But you don't dwell on it. You don't default to it. You acknowledge it like a good neighbor. Say, hey, disappointment. Nice to see you. I'll see you again, I'm sure. Why? Because we're out there trying to make things happen. The only way to avoid disappointment is to do nothing. Is to play it completely safe. And that's an option. It's an option I hope you don't choose. I hope you experience some disappointment because it means you're taking risks. I hope you have a great day. I appreciate you watching this, appreciate you sharing this with other people. If this has been an encouragement to you, please leave a comment and share it with some other folks. My name is Andy Traub. God bless you. Keep shipping. The world needs your art. We'll see you.